Hey pal, it's been a while. Doesn't feel like more than a year since I last saw you smile. The one that lifts you out of a mood. I've got 3 children now, and they sing along to all of my songs. I'm Harry Stephenson. I'm 37 and born and bred in Kirby Lonsdale. By day, I work in maintenance, and then the rest of the time, I'm a dad / musician. And one of my favourite things to do is writing songs. And that's my happy place. Anytime anything bad happens, that's where I go, pick up the guitar and just start playing and see what comes out. Tom's just been in my life since as long as I can remember. He's just a really likeable guy, and he was always good at everything, but just really nice guy as well. He always got on with everybody, everybody liked him, and we were really good mates in primary school. And then we went to secondary school where we got put into different sets and stuff. And then when we left secondary school, we went to college, and we both started college on the same day as electricians. So then we spent the next sort of 4 years travelling to college together and doing all sorts of stuff. I'll never forget it. I just remember how at the time I was working for my dad driving buses, and it was the day after bonfire night, and I had just gone and done the school run, and we'd heard about something that had happened at the top of town, and this car had set on fire. And as soon as I got back to the yard, my mum called me into the office and said, "And Harry, I need a word with you." And then she told me the news. Tom was the one in the car. And that's it. It's the end of Tom. One day, I realised that my way of communicating grief, or the way that I can get it out of my system, was writing songs. And I just went, "Hey pal, it's been a while." And the rest of it kind of just started flowing out from there. And suddenly it felt like I was making progress on this journey, that I'm dealing with it now. So I decided to reach out to the wider community as well. I looked at songwriting experts, went to a producer that I use called Andrish. Andrish then reached out to more people in the community that I then got to know and met. And then it was a case of working with them to get this together.
My name is Andrish Kish. I'm originally from Hungary. I moved to the UK 11 years ago, and my dream was always to do what I love and work with sound. So I built my own business, Harry Stephenson Studio. But these days I go as Andrish Kish, as a record producer. My main thing is mixing and mastering, but I also love the interaction with people, so I also provide recording services, because I love being with people, I love the interaction, I love to create. I'm also a musician and songwriter myself, so I like to be part of the process, you know, not just being a guy who's sitting there and pressing the record button and not doing anything. Harry is one of the original people who got in touch with me ages ago when I started with this business. He's a solo artist, so he always brought his guitar in, he starts singing, playing the guitar. He said, "Oh, what could we do? I'm thinking drums," and you know, and then we start adding drums, piano sometimes, or keys, bass, and then we created songs together. And he was in the room and he started just playing this song, and I listened to it and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I love it. Let's work on this. And then we started working on Miss You. And that's real. That was Harry in the booth. He took a big, deep breath and he was like, "Sorry dude, but this is hard for me." This song needs somebody who can really hit the drums, who's not your regular drummer. Tim is a metal drummer originally, so he hits really heavily. But I was like, it would be so amazing to include somebody, because when the song becomes emotional, he could really hit it.
My name's Tim Lowe. I've been drumming now for over 20 years. Over the years I've been in bands when I was younger, but nowadays I'm more a session drummer for hire. I've worked at Heavy Rain Studios with Andrish now since he first started. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was originally born in Cambridge, but I moved up here when I was about 2. Went to Kendal College when I was younger, studied music. Nowadays, I just work locally part-time, but I just drum whenever Andres contacts me or he's got an artist that needs drums recording. I kind of came on board a bit late. Obviously, Harry had already recorded the guitar and the vocals, so I kind of had 2 to 3 weeks to kind of come up with a drum. And then 3 weeks later, I just went into the studio, and what you hear on the song is what I came up with.
One of the people I worked with is Emily Barker. She's a renowned songwriter. I spoke to her, and she gave me some valuable advice about not repeating yourself in songs. So, you know, rather than using the same word twice, use a different word, because you've only got this limited space to tell this story.
I'm Emily Barker, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I also write some poetry, and I have written a bit for film and television as well. And I'm from Bridgetown in Western Australia, which is in the southwest, opposite side to where everyone goes. I came to do this work on Harry's song via a Facebook call out that I did on my music page, and I really enjoy sort of editing other people's songs, and I also do a little bit of one-to-one songwriting tuition. Yeah, so we did this session and we looked at a couple of his songs, and one of them was the song Miss You.
This song needs a rocky bassist, and Paul's the best for it. He has that finger technique.
My name's Paul Fulker, from Hertfordshire originally. Mechanic by day, musician by night. Accidentally fell into getting into a bit of recording through Andres Kiss at Heavy Rain Sound Studio. Through him, I ended up doing little bits of recording here and there. And I came across a chap called Harry. Recorded a couple of his singles for him. A little bit of sad news when I heard that Harry's friend Tom had passed away, which was obviously devastating for him because they were school friends. So when he asked me if I would help him in recording this song in tribute to Tom, who was I to say no?
Who do you think for piano? And I was like, Seb. It has to be Seb. I was like, nobody else, just Seb. He's like, okay. I'm like, Seb will understand what we need.
I'm Seb Morgan. I'm a singer-songwriter. I make music for my own releases, but I also compose music for film.
Andres approached me to record a piano for Harry's song. He told me what the song was about, and also that the community was coming together to produce this. Of course, I agreed immediately. I was really happy to help, and also very happy that they thought of me to do this.
Lyrics are a big part for me, but when it comes to music, I'm not the best guitarist. I'm not a bad guitarist, I just enjoy playing. I don't know all the theory, I haven't studied any of it. I just figure stuff out as I go and learn as I go. And that's where I spoke to a friend of mine called Mike Turnbull, and he's a phenomenal instrumentalist. We call him the man of a million strings.
We wanted Mike Turnbull to be on this song, but after Mike having a listen to the song, he said that, look guys, I think the song's fantastic how it is, but then there's this section. So Mike played a solo on it, and I feel like it became this amazing emotional solo. It finishes earlier than it should. And the idea behind that was that the solo cuts off as life has taken away Harry's friend from us.
I'm Mike Turnbull, independent artist in the South Lakes here. I play modern folk style, and I play tenor guitar mainly, mandola, mandolin, a bit of banjo, and I do play bass as well. With Miss You, Harry got in touch with me and said, I've got this great new song about a friend of his who had sadly died, and he wanted to do it as a tribute. Now I know Harry, we played together in a band called Southern Edge. I had a knack of taking my mandola or the tenor guitar or the mandolin tuned in a different way and bring out some magic in what he was doing, his chord structures, and that's how we worked well together. So I was really pleased when he got in touch with me and said, I've got this great new song, this tribute to Tom. And we got together and had a quick workout, and that became the song Miss You.
This needs a choir, and what better choir than the primary school that we went to? So I approached the school which my daughter and my son go to now as well. And my daughter was actually in the song because she's part of the choir. And they were really up for it, they loved it. It was perfect timing because they were trying to get more instruments into school, doing more music there.
I'm Amy Hackett. I am a teacher and a music lead here at St Mary's, and I've been here for just over 3 years. Music is my main passion, so I'm thrilled to be in charge of music here. When Harry contacted me about the song, he said that he would like vocals from the children, being as him and Tom were children here together in school. So I had a choir at school, and I asked them if any children would like to be part of this project, and a few children were really excited by this. So Harry sent us some ideas that he wanted us to sing, and we started learning the lyrics and the tune.
I was thinking about traveling to the school or maybe hiring a place, but then we decided we want to give each kid their special moment.
So we were talking to Harry about how we were going to record this, and he suggested that we do a little school trip with the children to the recording studio. I was really excited by this because we're always looking for opportunities for the children to perform music in the community. None of them had ever been in a recording studio before. So there was much excitement. So we boarded our school minibus and off we went.
They each recorded in the vocal booth. It was lots of fun. All the kids were here. They were cheering for each other like, come on, you can do it.
The children's choir is a really nice touch at the end. It opens up the song harmonically and it adds a different sense to it and more colour.
For me, it's just, if just one person connects with it, it was worth doing.
Because of my style of playing and my tunings, I was able to do a linear style of solo rather than a twiddly solo. So it kind of seems to just meander and go off in a different direction to what you would expect.
What I write is normally, it's not too much, but I've learned over the years less is more, or it's more powerful.
What I did was sit and listen very carefully to what Harry had written and how it played out and how it came across to me and what I felt I needed to put back into the song to try and help him bring it to life.
People tend to write broad and big and sort of paint, if you like, in these broad brushstrokes. And I think the great thing about a lot of songs is when you hear something that's really detailed and zoomed in and specific.
What I did for Harry's song is a very subtle piano that grows as the song progresses.
On a normal guitar, you would kind of do a solo in a box position, in one position. With this one, it's all over the place because it's the way it's tuned. So, which kind of gives it a fluidity. So it's kind of like a... So it does that kind of thing.
The song goes from left to right, like it would go on a player. And as you can see on the screen, there's just a few tracks. And as we go on the right, there's more and more tracks. And that was the idea behind the song. So we start very small, and then things become big, and then go down small again. So basically we're doing this with the song. We go up and down, more dynamics, less dynamics. Meanwhile, I'm also playing with the song, so it becomes wide, it becomes small. So suddenly you have this living thing like a bubble, which is moves like this and this as well.
I like mixing tension and release into the chord structure. So for example, let's say the chorus of Harry's song is D, A, and E. Yeah, so we miss you, Tom, we miss you, Tom. Yeah? And you can do straight D, straight A, and straight E, or you could do a D with a bass in G flat, which is not the same as this. Yeah, there's tension there. Yeah, an A with a bass in D flat, and an E with a bass in A flat. Yeah, your mind wants to hear this, down to down. Yeah, but you give them this or this. Yeah, fifth. So, and then you mix it up. So there's tension and then release.
Miss You was released on all platforms. Once we'd finished the song and was happy with it, we got the family's permission first, so we reached out to the family and just made sure they were happy with it.
The song, yeah, it's catchy, the chorus especially. I think Andrews works with a lot of really talented musicians. I know Andrews gets artists from all over Cumbria, so yeah, it's good.
Absolutely blown away by the final result. Everybody has worked their heart out to make this a very fitting tribute to a chap I understand that Harry went to school with and grew up with. What can I say? Very fitting, very moving. Have a listen, you'll love it.
We all have, you know, experiences of love or losing people and grief and things like this, and so what makes the story original, the song original, the lyrics original, are the details.
I really think the whole song, with everybody who played on it, has done a fantastic job. And Andrews at the studio, he's just such a wizard with sound. He's just made it come alive, and I love it.
I don't ever forget Tom and the fact the song's there. The grief feels like it's gone. I don't feel like I've got this like thing stuck inside me trying to get out and just thinking like, oh, I don't think about him on a daily basis anymore, which is nice really, because then it relieves your brain from more things. So yeah, getting it out there, I now know that that's there, and any time I need to think about Tom or want to, he's there. I can just go listen to him, or I can play him.
Music is so much more than just a subject to learn at school. It's absolutely crucial to children's mental health, to their well-being, their self-esteem. So I'm always looking for any opportunity where our children can be part of musical experiences. Sadly, it's not always possible with funding, but this was a parent in our community who we knew is musical, was wanting the children to be part of it. So this was an incredible opportunity that we were given.
The most important thing for me is that Harry's happy with it. I have spoken to him about it, and yeah, he's released the song, and the song is great. But through this whole process, he has also managed to release his grief. And that is amazing, because it shows how powerful a tool music is.
It was just a really nice journey, this whole thing that we went through. And I still remember going to the studio and seeing Mike, and he'd just done this solo and he was so happy, and he played it and it was brilliant. And then I went to the studio and I saw the kids and they were all having a great time as well, and it's really nice seeing something amazing come out of something so bad.
But now you're up in the stars, you're shining down on me, and I'm remembering the days there used to be. And I see your smile as they all align. I see your hand reach out to the Anfield sign. I'm moving forward now. I see the messages every day of people missing you, telling you all of their news, but our tears don't dry, and our memories will never degrade. You're with me most nights. Let's toast a beer and just drift away. And now you're up in the stars, shining down on me, and I'm remembering the days there used to be. Another year rolls round and it feels so long. Yeah, every day, in every way. We miss you, Tom.
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 And now you're up in the stars, you're shining down on me, and we're remembering the days there used to be. Another year rolls round and it feels so long. Yeah, every day, in every way. We miss you, Tom. We miss you, Tom. We miss you. Hey Tom, it's been a while. Doesn't feel it more than a year since we last saw you smile. We're all still missing you every day.